All right. And here we are. We have Gumiho, the base Gumi God, in the bottom left of Royal Blood. In the top right, we saw MaxPax there. Good luck, have fun from both players. I'm excited just to see what they want to open with and everything too. Gumiho, you know, he definitely has, he does have a range. I don't want to pigeonhole him into aggressive TVP, but I do feel like he plays a more marine-centric aggressive TVP, right? So just to put that into words a little bit, because like, here's the thing, like, I watch a good amount of MaxPax, but I've seen like the vast majority of Gumiho's career, right? Over the course of 13 years now. I've been casting Gumiho very consistently, so definitely have a lot to say about his style, but specifically, right, because there's all sorts of different ways that you can play the matchup, like I mentioned, but Gumiho really likes Marines. Some people are like heavier on Marauders. I feel like Marauders are more popular nowadays, and that's not to say he won't make Marauders, but he likes the damage output that Marines do. So you might see slightly heavier Marine-based armies. Sometimes that can get you into trouble, of course. You know, the Marauders definitely do their job tanking, slowing, dealing that extra damage against armored and everything. But yeah, we'll just kind of wait and see on that. But it's a fun TVP to watch, and Gumiho absolutely can take down anyone in this matchup. But yeah, I like Maru is better, so the fact that MaxPax beat him, you know, that's one thing. But you have to take into consideration styles too, because that's a big part of StarCraft, where people will lose to each other in these situations where it's like, well, this guy's better, but he did lose to this other guy, or maybe this other guy just has his number because stylistically, you know, it's a better match for him, something like that, right? Okay. Reaper expand. Gonna go ahead, get his scout off. Gumiho is. MaxPax, well, we'll see what he's gonna do in just a moment. I love this. Look at him. He's just looking off the railing. He's just chilling there. Ooh, almost gets that probe. Good pull from MaxPax. Still pulling that probe. Really good micro. Losing some mining time. Like, this is solid, man. And he saw the Stargate. Oh, and he gets it. Oh, Gumiho has always been one of my favorite players. I'm sorry, guys. It's fun to watch him. Like, the fact that he just sits in the main base there and then dives in and does get the probe and does get the scout. Very, very solid. Right now, waiting for a couple more Marines. Probably will push him back immediately. He might just wait for the Cyclone because it's like free pushback, but 4 Marines do it as well. You're not going to lose anything there. Hides the Cyclone. Got to bring that SCV down. You're very annoying to lose your SCV building that command center. Slows that down significantly here. He's just about supply block too. He does have another depot that's going to finish up. And this is going to be a Phoenix opener. So that's kind of cool to see. And I'm wondering what type of Phoenix play MaxPax is going to do. Okay, so first off, you can see Phoenix charge. We did see that earlier from Nice. Nice against Vindicta, which was actually a very fun match, and I talked a lot about the scaling and how there are some weak points. It's not something I would expect from a world top Protoss as often, because yeah, it's really Phoenix charge law is not an optimal build. It doesn't do as well as you would think it would. So you see the Robo coming up. This is much more common when you go Phoenix. The real macro play, the real macro players with a Z there on the end will go for Phoenix Colossi. But the big question that I have here for MaxPax is the number of Phoenixes he'll make, because we have seen recently more Phoenixes being made. I want to say specifically Creator had some really interesting games against Bjorn in the ESL Open Cups, where he was going like much heavier Phoenix contingents, like the old days when you'd get, you know, 10, 12 Phoenixes, whereas 5 is generally the max that you have seen in more modern years. So anyways, this push out coming from Gumiho, super, super fast. You can see definitely a more aggressive opener, and against Phoenixes, I'm not sure how much I like it, but let's see how it does. He's going to go ahead and set up. He wants to be very careful here. Siege is up. He has a landed Viking in there as well, which is actually incredibly good in this position. And you can see just how aggressive he's being. Very Marine heavy. The tanks get lifted. Oh my god, the overcharge dude is doing so much. It's crazy. The overcharge has kept this Immortal alive for 14,000 years. This is so crazy now. MaxPax is going to probably hold this. I can't believe that. Overcharge is kind of crazy sometimes. Like, without that overcharge, if that's just regular battery, 100% of the time Gumiho wins right there. It's crazy, though. He keeps it alive. Now, Gumiho's push, he wants to keep it going. I don't know if it's doable, though. Right? Like, we have 5 Phoenixes. And the thing is, what I was talking about before with Phoenix counts, don't think about that anymore. Because the game has changed. In this type of game with very low unit counts, lower economies, you want to make as many Phoenixes as you can right now. Because the Phoenixes are going to be worth so much. Harassment, defense, attacking, anything. You can see they just fly over here and they're going to ravage his base. There's nothing you can do. Because he did this highly aggressive build that was focused on winning the game right there. It wasn't necessarily all in, but it was a highly aggressive build. And the fact that Gumiho, MaxPax just barely held it, now gives him complete control of this game with those Phoenixes. Like, he is... but look, this is a nice move from Gumiho. Sneaking this in, sneaking the Viking in against a Phoenix build is, like, really super cute. And he gets 4 probes because they do heavy damage right now against mechanical units. So, dude, what a game. What a game already. This is some great stuff. Ooh. Okay, so the Phoenix is flying in. I think you can stop Phoenixes here, honestly. I think this is a good number. I think you just transition from here and get, like, regular units. Okay, he has an 8th. Let's see if he gets a 9th, though. Right? Because, like, this feels about right, what he has to me. And yeah. Okay, so we don't see him making more Phoenixes. So I think he is going to chill. Some Colossi on the way. Twilight coming up. Probably going to want to get into charge. I think charge here is going to be perfect. Obviously, you don't want blink. The Stalkers and Phoenixes overlap very, very heavily. They both basically guard the Colossus and guard against drops. Okay, so he's just flying around the periphery right now, seeing what he can get done. He decides to not sack 1 to 2 Phoenixes there to kill the tank. He could have, but he wants to continue to gain value out of them, I think. The lock-on was on a particularly high energy Phoenix as well, so. Okay, Gumiho is, excuse me, has basically defended. He's got his 1-1 almost done. You can see stim combat shields are a little bit slow this game. Because, again, this was a much more aggressive opener. You know, was skipping a lot of these upgrades to just try to get that good first push off. Damn, it was a good push, too. Still kind of surprised that MaxPax held it like he did. But yeah, Gumiho, like, you can see that he really understands what he needs to do here. One big shout out I have to give, I love the siege tank production that he's done here. He has 4 or 5 siege tanks right now. That's really going to change what moving out looks like. Because if you're only focusing on getting medevac bio out here, MaxPax is going to kind of have his way with you. You're going to have a really hard time. But I think the siege tanks are going to give him the stability to instantly take the 3 bases as stim and combat shields finish. Right? Like, he already brought down his command center, you can see, right? He landed it, the army's there, but it's like, okay, well, as stim and combat shields finish, with 4 to 5 tanks, he can literally just move out, siege up, and there's nothing you can do as MaxPax. You can't attack into this. So I think that this was a very, very good play. I like it a lot. Look at this. He's got a lot in that main base, too. Is he hiding those units? Does he think that there's going to be, like, a big... Yeah, I guess maybe he is. Like, 2 of those racks haven't been seen. So he might be trying to trick out MaxPax a little bit. Maybe MaxPax thinks that this was a 3-rack CC or something. Like, I don't know. The beginning of the game was weird enough. Maybe you're misreading the situation slightly. I'm not sure. Now, he had just pulled those units out, and now 6 charge lots come in. So that's a little bit painful. Are you going to attack in? Okay, lifts that 1 tank. Lifts the second tank. Yeah, you can see. See this? Can't do it. Half of Gumiho's army, I think, went up to deal with this. Maybe not quite half, but a chunk of his army went up to deal with those units. Would love, by the way, to see a single Viking. It is, well, I guess with the Phoenixes, maybe I should shut up about that. Because I'm always talking about, you know, having a single Viking at this stage of a TVP is very, very good because you can always punish the Prism, but actually against this many Phoenixes, no, not anymore. Maybe just throw down some turrets, I guess. But anyways, that Prism is a pain in the ass. It is kind of pinning Gumiho to his base a little bit. Now, they are at very similar supplies. Some very good upgrades on both sides as well. Well, not very good on MaxPax's side. Definitely a little bit better on Gumiho's. He's about to have +2. Almost +2/+2. Has those ghosts coming out as well. You can see that Gumiho, I think he's really recovered admirably from the tough position he was in earlier. Right? After that first push was held and the Phoenixes started harassing him, I was like, oh, is this going to be a runaway victory? But I think between the stability of having those additional siege tanks and, you know, just solid play, solid unit movement, everything, it seems like he's given himself an opportunity in this game. I think a lot of Terrans would have screwed up and not even been able to really cleanly take their third base. But yeah, I think the way that Gumiho is doing this, maybe he can make something happen there. Yeah, and Tropic Ender, thanks for gifting a sub. Appreciate it, man. Ooh, to Maddie Westside nonetheless. Good to see. Good to see you, Maddie. So yeah, he tries to get another one off there. Ooh! Oh, that is a good disruptor hit right there, but that is a beautiful spread. Beautiful spread by Gumiho. It's a funny game because MaxPax is keeping him so on the back foot from just having an edge that Gumiho's regular aggressive style he's not able to utilize here at all. Oh no, he gets to eliminate those tanks because the whole army went in to deal with that Zealot Warping at the natural base. Now that's some great splitting and spreading and dodging there from Gumiho, but he has lost his siege tanks. So that core of defense that was keeping him safe on 3 bases is now gone. That is an issue. That is an issue. Gumiho now, I think, has to utilize attacks as defense, right? The best defense is good offense, right? Isn't that how that goes? Something like that. But yeah, like it's going to be hard with MaxPax coming in and poking for him to do very much here, because he pokes with the Colossi, and as you go forward, the disruptors cover them. So that's a very, very difficult defense. So Gumiho should be attacking to get MaxPax focused elsewhere on the map. And you can see he has sent out a group, but he's getting very annoyed by this 4 charge lot. And he moves back as well with this bio. Oh, was there a recall maybe? I'm not sure. Maybe the Phoenixes just flew up there. Either way, he did pull back the force that was going towards 12. All right, MaxPax posturing here in between the bases. I don't know if this is a good move. Gumi has, armies on both sides. So if he went up the center there, I could have seen a big flank. And dude, a couple EMPs. Come on, let's see those EMPs. Ooh. Not the best, not the best. And he does have the planetary there. Good enough dodging from Gumi. All right, whittling some of this down, some of it. Oh, a pretty decent shot there, but he's going to get a couple Archons, it looks like. Is he? Oh, he's going to get the Immortal. Ah, that one Archon is 1 health. What's going on? Ooh, the Disruptor. Dude, that is the most hurt Archon anyone has ever seen. I would beat that Archon in a fist fight. That is, it finally goes down there. Disruptor balls coming up once again, but good spreading. Ugh, kills 3 Marauders with that one right there. Very painful stuff. Gumiho does hold on, but MaxPax is continuing to grow. Look at the right side of the map. He's just starting to build nexuses straight down it. He's keeping Gumiho very, very busy, and he's up 33 workers. That is a bunch of hard to deal with stuff. And look at his army. It's so technical. It's so hard to engage. Gumiho needs to get something done here. I feel like if he can knock out those 2 right side bases, maybe we can get right back into it. Now, he's actually going to attack 12, No, he stims and runs by. He knows that this army is right on his tail, so I like that rotation. And look at this, stims up into this, like, 3rd base or 4th base location. Yeah, not too bad, I mean, considering. He had enough units falling in there. Oh, look at the pullbacks from MaxPax. Mr. Value over here. That was kind of weird. I didn't see the beam come out of the shield battery onto the Archon. But yet it healed. Imba. Now, DT Blink almost done here for MaxPax. Might have some very annoying snipes coming up because of that. Some decent EMPs. The Phoenix is still in here, but a good flank now. Look at this. Gumiho might be able to clear up the rest of these units, and he gets rid of almost all the robo units. 2 disruptors left over. I mean, he's making a little bit of magic happen. And certainly the overall quality of this army has gone down dramatically for MaxPax, right? This was such a teched out army. Not anymore. Well, he's got 11 DTs, so don't worry. See that planetary? And not for long. All right, blinks on top of it, and 3 swipes it. That is hilarious. Oh, my God. Blink DTs. Who thought that was going to be a good idea? Well, I guess I do have some things to be thankful for as a StarCraft 1 player. Now, the DTs have retreated. Gumiho has lost a very important base there in a matter of seconds. MaxPax is on 97 probes. This is something we got to talk about. Okay, he's losing a few there, but like when you're getting up in that probe count, it's like, what are you, TY at this point? That is a lot of workers, man. And you're not ever going to actually get an army quite as big as Gumiho's, very likely in that situation. Look at this. Comes in with the DTs once again. That is an orbital, so it can just lift off, though, so won't be losing that one. Okay, he's going to recall that. Very beautiful recall. Going to pick off what he can. 3, almost a 4th DT. So, I mean, you know, he's doing what he can. MaxPax still with a pretty good bank. Good upgrades as well. He's got a lot of bases, man. I really want to see Gumi try to clear a couple of those really quick. Units lost. MaxPax playing at a little bit of a cost in advantage? A cost in advantage? Like, what the fuck? I've been casting for this long and I can't even speak. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if he was being cost efficient here, this game would be over by now. So you can see the quality of Gumiho's engagements are very, very high so far. This is I mean, it's a hard to engage army, but like the army that MaxPax has doesn't support each other that well, right? Like the disruptors, you kind of run away and kite that while you're kiting the Zealoth. So you can see Gumiho is starting to pull this game towards himself, even though MaxPax is dealing damage everywhere. Like, this Nexus is going to go down. You can't stop that. All right, picks off. Oh, my God. Gets a robo. He's going to go up that ramp as well, it looks like. Dude, what a game out of Gumi here. Oh, the blink out as the scan comes down. Really quick reaction there from MaxPax. Now, some EMPs going down. A disruptor ball could be insane here. He might need to pick up. Look at the disruptor run forward. He wants it so bad. He wants this disruptor so bad. Oh my God, that was a sick disruptor hit. That was an insane disruptor hit, and GG is called. And MaxPax will take game 1. Don't forget, that started with Gumiho doing a very aggressive attack that almost got MaxPax. It was very close. The one overcharge kept the one immortal alive that allowed him to hold it and got him way ahead. So it went from like MaxPax could have lost there to he got way ahead, and Gumiho actually fought back like really well. He didn't even get to be nearly as aggressive as he normally is. So yeah, that was a really great game. That was a fun one there. Who the hell thought Blink DTs was a good idea? Dude, they had me interview, I believe it was David Kim, when they announced Blink DTs. I think there's a video out there of it. You can go look at my fucking face as I had to tell the world that there was going to be Blink DTs in StarCraft 2. Okay, guys, we're going to get into game number 2 here. Again, we are in the round of 4. Here we go. Neo-Humanity. Oh, cool. We don't see this map very often. All right. I'm excited. Yeah. This is exciting. Okay. So we have MaxPax top left, Gumiho bottom right.
Raygeki72.
What's up, Raygeki?
X300, Artie, I know your favorite unit in Brood War is Vulture. But what is it in SC2?
Gosh, that's a good question. Honestly, so there's like a couple units that I really like that kind of fit what I like about playing the game. And here's, you got to take this with a grain of salt because I'm actually a Protoss player in StarCraft 2. Yes, I'm a filthy, dirty... Well, to be fair, I literally never cheese with Protoss when I play StarCraft 2. I only play defensive macro games. So, you know, I try to bring honor to the race. Anyways, I like the Oracle because I like the detection of it, and I like the stasis wards. But the Tempest is kind of like my spirit unit in a lot of ways. Like, you'll notice in my casting a lot, I call for Tempests to be made. And I'm going to go ahead and say that I'm always right when I say that. And pro gamers are always wrong for going carrier when I say they should go Tempest. So yeah, I would go with Tempest. I choose P in StarCraft 2. I actually chose Zerg at the beginning. And I switched to Protoss because I became a full-time caster. And I wanted to keep up my skill without having to try. True story. Anyways, here comes the probe across the map. Some very smart words of wisdom here from Mapu. Don't forget, Mapu. You can use the command Mapu to get his socials out there. Mapu TV on Twitch and Twitter. He's doing the observing for us. Best observer in the world. Having some great games here. Taking care of us. Thank you much, Mapu. And while you're sitting there, while you're waiting for this game to really get going, follow my channel. It's like incredibly important. Go do that. Okay, so got that command center. And well, yeah, I don't know. There's not like a whole lot to say here. I do like that Gumiho went for command center on the high ground. MaxPax has more pressure builds than most Protosses, I would say, where he'll get in and you know, delay the command center quite a bit. Sometimes shading a lot of adepts forward. You know, obviously we see this very quick Zealot walking forward as well. So the fact that the command center is on the high ground means that the Zealot does like literally nothing, and the Zealot really scales terribly. It's a terrible unit this early in the game. Like everything kind of beats it. It's just kind of tanking, does a lot of damage. So Twilight coming down, as well as another gate there. Probably end up being a 3-gate Twilight, I would imagine. And a Stalker comes up as well. Okay. Well, I mean, he's got a Reaper and 2 Marines, so this is not that big a deal, honestly. Some nice micro, though. I like the micro. Oh, actually his next 2 Marines are like a little bit late here. And we do have a Cyclone coming out. Oof. And like I said, right? Like, imagine if this was on low ground, right? Look at that from MaxPax. It's actually very, very impressive. Now, he popped those 2 out because he needed to actually finish the Stalker. So he thought it was worth it there. Because if he pops them on the inside, the Stalker gets away and heals. Ooh, now that's a catch right there. That's sick. Very, very well done by Gumiho. But anyways, imagine if the command center had been low ground, how hard that would have been to deal with, as opposed to being up behind a wall. So, and obviously the build of Gumiho changes because it's behind the wall, but I'm just saying that's why it's sometimes a smart play to build your command center on high ground against these very strong Protoss players, people like Hero and MaxPax. Okay, Blink, Robo. Oh, it's going to be 4-gate. No shit. Okay. So when you see the 4-gate with Blink and Robo, this means that the Protoss is going for real damage, right? When you see 3-gate, it's more of pressure. Maybe there will be damage, maybe there will not. When you see 4-gate, it's like, okay, we're getting this done. Now, that pylon there is actually a fake. This is like a placeholder type of move. Like, he could theoretically make a Nexus, but he's trying to fake it out for the SCV to make Gumiho be a little bit more relaxed. You don't have money with a 4-gate Blink Robo Opener to get that Nexus. That's why the 3-gate and the 2-gate version of this exist. For instance, you see Trigger doing the 2-gate a lot. Most Protoss do 3-gate. Here, that is a terrible opener to it. That is the worst that ever I have seen as the opener to the 4-gate Robo Blink. That is ridiculous. So now the Nexus starts. You can see MaxPax is like, oh no. Like, dude, when you go 4-gate Blink, like I said, you need to go across the map. You need to get some damage done. The question is just about how much damage. It's some amount of damage. You're slowing your Nexus down. You have no tech, right? Other than, well, obviously you have some tech, but you know what I mean. You don't have Colossus, you don't have upgrades. And look at Gumiho just walk across the map. Look at this. This Terran god. Just walk across the map with his Marines and tanks. That third Nexus has to get canceled. He's killing pylons. He's making a hard to engage situation. Obviously, MaxPax has enough to clean this. But with the stim, he punishes that offensive blink, killing off as much as he can. And yeah, this game looks very good for Gumiho. It looks very good for him. MaxPax is going to clean that up. He does have a lot of stalkers. Like, maybe he feels like he can go for a counterattack now. We'll see what he makes next. Yeah, another Prism's on the way, so... Like, he might be feeling so bad after what's occurred here that it's like, maybe we warp in more stalkers and try to do it now that Gumiho has sacrificed 2 siege tanks and Marines. The siege tanks are such a crucial part of the defense. I like that from Gumi, though. I think he's still good. I think he's still good here. We'll see. Very good micro from MaxPax overall. Look at this one Marine coming in for that harass. The first couple of medevacs are going to be popping out and healing up those Marines, which is a really critical moment in this game as well. Retaining those very hurt Marines. Oh no! Why are we pausing? Well, as soon as we have the game back, I'll put you back, but I figured you wanted to look at my handsome face. Yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying. We are live here, by the way. Oh, here we go. Back to it. Please pause. Not pause, please. Oof. All right, let's see what MaxPax can do. Let's see what he's got. Okay, I mean, it's active units, you know. You're doing what you can right now. Definitely does look very good for Gumiho this game so far. The game is long from over, though, I think. MaxPax actually has a very, very solid probe count, so we got to give him that. He just is starting on his third base mining, which is really nice. Oh, don't lose that tank, my man. Okay, good lift, good lift. Forces back the stalkers. Command center floating down. Don't forget we have a prism in the back of the main base of Gumiho. So definitely something he has to keep in consideration. He makes 2 Vikings. Not 1 Viking, but 2. 2 Vikings, guys. Oh, he's going to get it. He's going to get it. I don't think that the recall is quick enough. That's brutal. That's why you make 2 Vikings, dude. It's your home and your grave. What's up, Sergeant Pone? So, yeah, it really looks like this series is or this game, rather, is going towards Gumiho to kind of tie it up. But I love seeing Gumi play very, very well. Obviously, with MaxPax, everything went wrong with that very first push out when he lost the Prism to the Cyclone. Like, that is a position where you are so sad because it's such a sharp build. You gotta nail it. You gotta just totally do it exactly at the right time and everything. Ooh, okay. Doing a little bit there. Now, it looks like Gumiho doesn't want to deal with this slow zone. He's just going to chop down those rocks and try to continually push forward. Psystorm is about to finish for MaxPax, so hold on. This is good comeback potential. You get a few good storms off here. You get a good charge in. Oh, I don't know if he has enough charge slots, though. I think he has 6. Oh, he only has 6 slots. If he has, like, 12 here, maybe. Maybe with storms. This engage from Gumiho, though, really, really good. The storm goes off. He actually dodges most of it. Oh, some charges being used up on the Zealots. Those siege tanks providing... It's like you go forward with the bio, and if anything chases you, you simply run back to your tanks, and it gets wrecked. This is some beautiful play from Gumiho. MaxPax gonna do his best to try to break through. He charges in. He does bring up 2 Zealots from behind, and those are good storms. Those are good, solid storms right there. Dude, is he gonna hold? I don't know. We have more Marines coming up here as well, and Archon actually finishes morphing, kind of surprisingly, and he does get all the tanks, but MaxPax with nothing left army-wise. That's his army. GG. Gumiho wins game number 2. Ooh. Now, this is a good series, guys. Seriously. Gumiho versus MaxPax, tied up 1-1. Very excellent play. I mean, obviously on both sides, both of them in game 1, Gumiho did an aggressive attack that was held. Game 2, MaxPax wanted to an aggressive build, but lost his prism right away. And which, that just, it's not just held, it doesn't even work anymore. So he was actually in worse, no, they were both in pretty bad position after the beginnings of those 2 games. Both fought back valiantly, and now we go into game number 3. This is a best of 3. This is the semifinals. We'll be doing the finals right afterwards. Babylon. A lot of people consider this to be a Terran favored map. We'll see if that's the case. Thank you, everyone, for coming by. Hope you're enjoying the ESL Open Cups. Having a lot of fun casting them. It's a fun little Monday. As Gary Oak says, it's my day off. All right, we have top left, MaxPax, bottom right, Gumiho. Yeah, it's, hold on a second here. I'm gonna ask you guys. All right, guys. Type 1 if you think Gumiho is going to win. Type 2 if you think MaxPax is going to win here. Who's going to take it? Who's going to that finals? It's a funny thing. This is like thank you to Mapu, of course, doing a great job for us. I like seeing that you guys are voting Gumiho. I think most people in the know would say MaxPax, but I appreciate you guys, right? The it's like you know, MaxPax is very highly rated right now. He's won some big tournaments lately. He's taken out very, very top-end players. But, I mean, you can't be sleeping on Gumiho, man. Legit as can be. Thank you for the votes, guys. Thank you, Mapu. Mapu telling us a story while he observes these early minutes in the game. Not a story, but, you know. Again, the command center in the main base here for Gumi. Just fantastic there. Against any sort of early pressure that MaxPax may or may not put on. Obviously, this game, like, for instance, we don't see a Zealot. That was held pretty well in that previous game. I know a guy in the chat didn't just call Gumiho, the former GSL champion, a second-class Terran. I know I did not read that. I know that you weren't talking about Gumiho, you were talking about somebody else. Anyways. Stargate coming up here for MaxPax. Yeah, I believe Solar and Nice are playing in the other one. But we'll check on that afterwards in the other semi. And we'll jump in at whatever games are left because, you know, we are in the semifinals. Sometimes one finishes quicker and we can watch like a game 3 or something in the other side, and then we'll do that if possible. But honestly, I could see this being a long game. Like, if you look at the openers, as soon as you see Stargate, it's the Protoss is aiming for a longer game, right? Stargate never turns into a quick attack. It just cannot. You go Oracle or Phoenix, both of which require you to build a lot more units off a third base, right? So here it's Phoenix, so it's going to be a Colossus follow-up with a third base, and you're going to be building up into that kind of death ball. Very similar to game number 1. Now, game number 1, don't forget, Gumiho did that push, was held by the Phoenixes with an overcharge, with the Immortal and all that. What will Gumiho be going for this time? Getting that medevac out right now. Does have his single Cyclone. Very good defensively early on. Siege tank on the way. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, Solar versus Beyond, I believe, is correct as the semi. Yeah, it was nice for Solar the round before. We missed that one. I did want to see that one, but yeah. That's correct. Guy in the chat, thank you for the correction there. I have no idea what's going on in Solar versus Beyond. Hopefully it's a long series and we get to jump into some of their games. But yeah. Some Phoenixes coming across and immediately find Gumiho's, you know, his medevac. So, yeah, what are you going to do? I mean, now you have some intel. That's certainly useful. The Raven coming out. Okay, so we're not 100% sure of what we're going to see. But the Raven being made against the Phoenixes, a lot of times you will see like a very serious dance where the Phoenixes try very hard to snipe it. Huh. Is that the right play? Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, that was a good lock on there. You got some good damage on that Phoenix. But anyways, basically when this Raven gets made, it's to disable the first Colossus, right? Or possibly, you know, you disable a couple Colossus, whatever your timing move out may be. Generally, they have their second Colossus just out as you get there. But if you get those disables off, the Protoss army is garbage without the Colossus. So you're looking to just pick up the victory very, very quickly oftentimes. So yeah, I think what we're going to see here from Gumiho is a very sharp timing push where he's looking to end the game. Oh! Now, this is highly interesting. Notice where his Raven is going. His Raven is going around the bottom left, and he has one Raven he's going to keep with his army. Now, normally when you see a Raven go around the bottom left, it's to throw auto turrets down to harass, but there is no reason to do that in this game. None. You know, like, as soon as you throw them down, the Phoenixes go and kill your Raven. So what I think... and I could be wrong. Maybe he just goes and throws on auto turrets and draws the Phoenixes back, then instantly walks across the map. Maybe that's worth sacrificing a Raven. But I want to see him wait it and flank. Yeah, he's not going to. He's going to drop the auto turrets. Okay, well, now I'm sad. Because I had this great idea of, like, he flanks the disable, right? And suddenly, like, you just win because the Colossus don't do anything. Anyways, that gets cleaned up very quickly. He gets 5 probes with it. Okay, we're going to siege up this base. Dude, a flanking disable would have been so beautiful. Anyways, this siege up is, like, really hard to stop. Where's his Raven? Where is it? Oh, it's at the top left. What? What am I looking at with this push, by the way? What am I... What? Okay. Oh, he kills 10 probes. Well, I mean, that's a lot of probes. It's going to kill some more. Okay. And does drop... Dude, this is a weird game. This is a very, very, very weird game. Okay, he stops... Well, no, he just gets a pile in there. Okay, so he killed 14 probes. So I guess he's killed 19 probes total with his 2 Ravens, but he gave up his whole army and didn't get much value out of it. I don't like what Gumiho has done here. Right? Ravens are meant to disable Colossi. When you see the Phoenixes, you should be like, okay, if I disable the Colossi, I can win this. Instead, he just throws auto turrets down and gets some probes. But, like, look, the worker count is not that different. Gumiho's supply is surpassing MaxPax's. I mean, that's going to be normal. Like, you always get a higher army supply than Protoss at this portion of the game, especially when you're playing against something like Phoenix Colossus that doesn't scale up its supply very quickly. Gumiho just letting that go. Huh. I got my arms crossed right now, man. I'm a grumpy butt, as my wife would call me right now. I'm unhappy with the way that those Ravens were utilized. The Raven is the ultimate early game unit, man. Why are we using them like that? I don't approve. All right, so I mean, here's the thing. After all of that, it's not like the game is over either way. It's like you killed some probes. Yeah, you lost some of these high-tech units. Okay, let's move on. 3 base versus 3 base right now. More Colossi. Getting charge. Charge feels like slightly slow, but maybe... no, maybe not, because with the weird stuff that was happening early on, maybe he's just totally fine on it. And if you're only on 3 base, you're not like too worried about anything right now. Looks like he's going to take his 4th. Gumiho right now adding in his ghosts. I think that's a very good time on that. Also, his Marine catches that probe. So that's highly annoying as MaxPax. Your opponent knows that you want to take a 4th base right now and delayed it. So 2 very nice things. I'm going to send another probe up there. Templar Archives coming up. And, okay, Gumiho's got this is about as big a supply lead he's going to have, like, ever, because the gateways are just finishing up, right? So he's up, like, 30 army supply right now, but there's 4 Colossi. Look at that fucking army supply. It looks like a MOBA team. Jesus, he has, like, 1 of every unit and then 4 Colossi. So it's, like, a really funny-looking army right now. Maybe Gumiho has potential to do something, because the supply is going to catch up for MaxPax really quickly with those gates done. He's going to really switch over more heavily into those gateway units to fill out his composition. He's like bought all these great high-tech units. Now he needs the units to soak for them. So some High Templars coming out, and he will go Archon with those. Not too surprised. Yeah, I think right now it's just about adding tankiness to your army and then getting disruptors, right? Spend units. Like, I really like how MaxPax is playing this. I think it's so logical. Like, look, he's making Archons. He's making Zealots. Okay, he's getting a little bit of Static D because he's already got the 4 Colossi, so he's feeling good. And then you go into disruptors and you get Blink, and it's like you're really filling everything out. Then you can go like Dark Shrine, right? And at that point, you've gotten kind of everything you need. Yeah, I think that's a really great plan. I think that's what we're going to see from MaxPax here. As far as Gumiho goes, like, he's spreading his army out pretty well. You can see on the minimap a few little blue dots. He is spreading units, trying to see if there's any movement really coming out of MaxPax. But MaxPax's defense is so solid right now that I think if you were to attack in, you might get in trouble really quickly. Yeah, see, there's the disruptors, there's the blink. Yeah, very, very good for MaxPax. Again, very logical. You get some cloak and ship weapons coming up from Gumi. He is roaming up the left side of the map, so he's got these 2 big split armies. But the defense is too good. Like, you can't break that with what he's got here. Right? And I don't think that there's a good way to get a drop in when your opponent is playing this tightly. Gumiho's 5th base is definitely the right type of thing to do right now. The other thing I want to see is him get ready for, like, Liberators. Now, it doesn't necessarily need to be Liberators. We've seen different Terrans have different styles here, but Liberators, I think, are the best. Okay, he throws down a Fusion Core and a Starport, so Gumiho, yeah, this is the way, as they say in Star Show. This is the way. These guys are playing correctly. The Ravens early on, That was sad, but Gumiho has found his way back into playing completely correctly. There's one way to play StarCraft, guys. It's the way that I think. And they're both doing it, so I'm happy. 2-2 coming up here for Gumiho, just about to finish. MaxPax moving across. It's a pretty scary army. And Gumiho, you can see he is maxed out. He's got, like, if he nails his EMPs, the Archons are not going to be as tanky as you're thinking. Let's see about it. Okay, coming in from the side. That's kind of funny that, yeah, the Disruptor comes out. Loses one. Okay, one Marauder. Not the end of the world. Now, you just want to slow this down a little bit. He is adding some Vikings first. That's probably a very good choice with 4 Colossi out. Yeah, for sure. Add the Vikings in. Kind of take care of that stuff and then get into the Liberators. He will get Liberator range pretty soon here. He's just focusing right now on kind of getting everything going as it should. Like that additional base up. Oh, dude, that's so annoying. Oh, my God. MaxPax with some great Zealot harassment on the side. There's your EMPs. Look at that. 2 Archons in the front, with, or 3 Archons with, like, nothing. Repairs that really quick. Okay, not the best Disruptor ball. Good dodge, good dodge. Oh, man! Gumiho with the sick engage. Oh, my God! And the Disruptor comes out of nowhere to try to save these final 2 Colossi. But the Marauders are angry. They hunt him down. What an engage right there. Really, really beautifully done. And now those, now it is 100% time. Oh, wait. We saw him start the Fusion Core before, so either he's starting a second one or he canceled it by accident, maybe? Yeah, see, there it is. Okay, so see, Gumiho is, like, too smart for his own good. So, like, this is the time to get into Liberators. This is exactly the time to get into Liberators. Man. Sick game right now. MaxPax has a big economy. He's got a good bank. He's got double Robo, which is good. I would actually like the 3rd Robo. I know not many Protosses actually like 3rd Robo, but honestly, he just needs to refill his high-quality units, because this army is so hard. Look at MaxPax's army. It doesn't win that. Not in a million years. Not in a million years. That is a mid-game army he's rocking around with. Oh, shit! Oh, my God! He got so many ghosts with that. Oh. Wow. Now that's a Disruptor hit. God, that thing can add some value quickly. Disruptors are amazing. They definitely make watching StarCraft 2 fun, man. Yeah, so the double Fusion Core here. Unfortunate, it does slow that down for him. Okay, I love this from MaxPax, adding on the 2 Robos. He must have lost one to that little attack. I actually wasn't paying attention to that aspect. But I'm guessing he's not going to 4 Robo, but rather going up to 3 from losing one. Either way, more Robos equals good here. The Robo units are really, really, really key to victory. Yeah, he definitely lost Robo. You can see he's only building 1 Disruptor. So, going to fill out those very important robotics units. And he's going to have to grind it back because Gumiho absolutely has taken an advantage here. All right, a nuke going down. I love it. Look at that nuke, man, right on the shield battery. Ooh, the lift up. Going to drop on the Disruptors as well. Oh, my God. Gumiho just absolutely everywhere right now, picking off all the Disruptors as well. Picks off another base. Can you kill that army? I don't think so with the MPs. Maybe if you had 2 Disruptors in that army, you could kill. Oh, dude. Everything going wrong for poor MaxPax here. GG. And Gumiho. Gumiho. The base Gumi God going to the finals. Really well played. Really, really well played, guys. My God.